Hello and welcome to the Simpler Options kind of weekend update here. My name is Don Kaufman, or what's left of me, if you can hear my voice cracking over here. And on this particular update, on a Friday afternoon, we're about 15 minutes to go to the close of the trading day. What I want to do is just a brief recap, if you will, of expected moves from last week to this week. And what I'm really referencing here, I'm going to go over to the trade tab on Thinkorswim, and I'm looking at the Augie 2s, which happen to be next week. And with next week, there are 7 days, of course, remaining till expiration. Again, we're on a Friday afternoon. This is looking forward to next week. We're looking at about a $31 expected move, and that's the option pricing ultimately inside of the SPX is really giving us a feel for, again, expected move. Volatility up to 12.85%. But I want to reiterate how important expected move has been and ultimately how accurate it has really been. So in essence, to do that, let's look at kind of a quick recon, this week and back it up a couple of days. So obviously here we are on a Friday afternoon. We back up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trading days. If you take a look, 5 trading days ago, we're trading right around this 2100 level, specific to the SPX. Here we currently are. If you see the SPX, which is ticking live right now, is at 2076. So ultimately, we're looking at about a 24, 25 point move on the entire week. Well, really, where did that fall into alignment? Did it fall into alignment with what expected move said last week? And for that, I'm going to cruise over to the Analyze tab, and I'm going to use a piece of technology called ThinkBack. ThinkBack is just end of day data, but it's sufficient enough for us to get a feel for, well, here was the Augie 1s, okay, and this is 7 days ago. I backed the date up to last Friday. Last Friday, and I even looked at this last week and took people through this. And so last Friday, we were expecting about a $24 move. Now, that was with the S&Ps at the close at about 2103. Now, granted, the market, it's not closed just yet. But last week, the market was positioning approximately a $24 move. Right now, the S&Ps, with 10 minutes to go to the close, are sitting at about 2076. I'd say that's a rather efficient marketplace over there. Now, the reason I point this out, and I spent the last 3-4 minutes talking about it, is because this next week we've got 7 days, okay, but we're looking at almost a 13 volatility and a $31 expected move. So the expected move is substantially higher, which begs, okay, what's coming? And that's when you really once in a while have to go over to a calendar. You need to take a look, like, all right, so there's a 10-year note auction over here, a petroleum status report. Oh, that's always a really exciting one. But as you start to look through the week, there is nothing that is a huge standout, if you will, other than, GDP flash over here, which there's umpteen different types of GDP that ultimately come out through the course of a month here. So again, there's nothing to me that is a big standout in terms of announcements over here. Nothing like FOMC or FOMC minutes are coming out. And that's the kind of thing that you want to look for, especially when volatility is elevated. So moving forward into this next week, the word is a little bit more caution. Why is volatility being bid up this week? Again, we had the employment situation this morning, which rocked markets a little bit, but the S&Ps now are only down 8. But how efficient the expected move has been as of late, you really have to take that into consideration over there. Again, we're looking at about a $31 expected move. That is assuming that nothing, extenuating circumstances happen in any given way, shape, or form. Volatility definitely elevated coming into this week. And I want to invite each and every one of you, if you're not already signed up, to sign up simpleroptions.com/consistent. I'll be actually doing this consistency class tomorrow. That is Saturday, August 8th from 2 to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm also going to be doing a live trading session following that on Tuesday, August 11th. The class is not just about intraday trading. Okay, I'm going to talk extensively about how I find many of kind of my contrarian setups. This past week, I did a trade on Bank of America, already closed that. I did a trade on Starbucks that I discussed earlier in the week. We actually already closed that. I had a trade on the Qs, closed that. All of those setups and the criteria surrounding those setups are actually going to be covered in this consistent trading strategies and setups over here. So join me, if you will, for the class. It is tomorrow, Saturday. If you can't make it live, the class is recorded. Again, simpleroptions.com/consistent. Again, thanks everybody. This is Don Kaufman, and see many of you tomorrow. Bye-bye.